The headlights hit it and there is no time to think. The road ends. What was asphalt is now black water, moving fast and deeper than it looks. Most flash flood deaths happen inside a car, not beside the road, not on foot, inside the car. And almost none of those people thought they were in real danger. This video covers the exact decision sequence you need, including one thing already sitting in your car that could trap you instead of save you. Six inches of moving water reaches the floor pan. That is enough to kill steering and stall the engine. 12 inches floats most passenger cars. 2 feet of rushing water sweeps away almost any vehicle, including a loaded truck. You cannot judge depth or current speed by looking at the surface. The asphalt underneath may already be gone, washed out entirely. What looks like a shallow crossing can be a hidden drop-off into a raging torrent. A heavier vehicle does not buy you safety. Buoyancy comes from the sealed cabin displacing water, not from curb weight. The physics don't care how big your truck is. The only correct move when water covers a road, no matter how shallow it looks, is to turn around. That is the principle behind turn around. Don't drown, and it is not a suggestion. It is the line between a story you tell and one someone else tells about you. If you miss that turnaround moment, or if the flood rises around a stopped car, what happens next is physics, not luck. Your car is built to be airtight. That is great for climate control. In floodwater, it means the sealed cabin displaces water like the hull of a boat. The vehicle becomes buoyant well before it looks like it's floating. A mid-size car can lose grip in about 1 foot of still water. A heavy SUV in under 2. Once the buoyant force approaches the weight of the vehicle, the tires lose contact with the road. Traction goes to zero. The engine sits over the front wheels. That weight keeps the front tires down longer, so the rear lifts first and the tail swings downstream like a pivot. Once the car turns broadside to the current, it is finished. The force pushing it sideways increases with the square of the water speed. At walking pace, a brisk 2 meters per second, over 7,000 newtons of lateral force can push a full-size SUV completely off the road. This is the point of no return. The driver is no longer choosing where the car goes, which is exactly why the turnaround decision has to happen before this moment, not after. Now we talk about what happens when it goes wrong. When the water catches you, there is a window, roughly 30 to 120 seconds, where the pressure inside and outside the cabin is still equal. The doors and windows still work. This is called the flotation phase. It is your only realistic window for self-rescue. The most dangerous instinct in that moment is to reach for your phone. Calling for help burns the entire window. No rescue team can reach a sinking car in time. Emergency dispatchers trained on Operation Alive. The peer-reviewed escape protocol will tell you to drop the phone immediately. The sequence that saves lives is 4 steps. SWOC, which stands for seatbelt, windows, out, children first. Step 1, seatbelt off. Yours first. You cannot help anyone in the back seat if you are pinned to the driver's seat. Step 2, windows down, immediately. Power windows will usually run for 15 to 60 seconds after the car enters the water. The electrical system does not short out the instant you hit the surface, but do not wait to test that. If the windows fail, try to break it. Strike the lower corner of the glass near the door hinge. That is the least flexible point of a tempered side window. We will come back to why tempered matters. Step 3, out. Through the window, not the door. Forcing a door open during the flotation phase sends hundreds of gallons rushing in and destroys the buoyancy keeping you on the surface. The window is the exit. Step 4, children first. Get them out the window ahead of you onto the roof. Push the older ones first so they can help hold the younger. Then you follow. Dragging someone out behind you in rising water is physically grueling. The sequence matters. Now the thing sitting in your car that could trap you instead of save you. For decades, side windows in cars used tempered glass. Strike it in the right spot and it shatters into blunt pebble-sized fragments. A spring-loaded center punch does it instantly, no swing needed. That tool works perfectly on the right glass. Starting in 2011, a federal safety standard called FMVSS 226 required automakers to prevent occupant ejection during rollovers. The solution many manufacturers chose: laminated side windows, the same shatter-resistant construction used in windshields. About 1 in 3 new vehicle models since 2018 uses laminated glass in the side windows. It has a flexible plastic inner layer bonded between 2 sheets of glass. When you strike it, the outer glass cracks, but that inner layer holds the entire pane in its frame. The American Automobile Association tested this. The center punch that shatters tempered glass instantly does nothing useful against laminated glass. Hammer tools fail the same way. No improvised tool, keys, headrest prongs, foam can tear through that inner layer. Check your car before the storm. Look at the bottom corner of your side windows. There is a small etched label. It will say either tempered or laminated. Find that label today. If your front side windows are laminated, move to the rear seat and try the rear glass. Rear windows are more often tempered. Do that before the car begins to tilt nose down. Once the nose drops, the back rises and movement gets much harder. If nothing breaks and the cabin floods completely, the very last option is to wait for the water to reach the roof, take a final breath, and push the door open once the pressure equalizes. That is a low-odds move. It is the last one available. It is not the plan. Getting out of the car is not the finish line. Water that can sweep away a vehicle can just as easily sweep away a person standing in it, which is where the next few minutes matter just as much as the last. Once you are out, the only goal is the nearest high ground, not the nearest shore. Moving water on foot is just as dangerous as it is behind the wheel. The current does not care. Do not go back for the car. Do not go back for belongings. Do not go back for a pet once everyone is out. Re-entering moving water to retrieve something is one of the most common ways a rescue becomes 2 victims instead of 1. Reach solid elevated ground. Make yourself visible. Stay there. Climbing to a rooftop or embankment and waiting is safer and faster than wading further into unknown terrain. If someone else is stranded in the water, do not go in after them. Call emergency services and let trained swiftwater rescue teams make the approach. Untrained entry into fast water creates a second emergency. It rarely ends with 2 people saved. High ground, visible, stationary, call. That is the entire protocol once you are out. The sequence in order. Turn around before water ever touches the tires. Turn around. Don't drown is not a slogan. It is a decision made before you reach the water. If you are swept in, seatbelt off, windows down immediately, out through the window, children first. Know your glass type before the storm. Check the corner label in your side window today. This only works if you know it before the moment arrives. You cannot look this up mid-flood. Sources and the Glass Check Guide are linked below. Subscribe for the next Gridfall survival scenario. Prepare, adapt, outlast.